Welcome back, Stomp Wrestling fam. Boy, boy. Today is such a beautiful night, man. So, it is the night after AEW All Out, and it's your boys, MPKH, filtered, unfiltered, whatever persona I feel like using best. And I'm going to go filtered because I've got the boy WrestleDrop, the editor, Mr. No Days Off, and we're here to discuss Maxwell Jacob Friedman's return to All Elite Wrestling, man. Damn. Many people and their mama have been counting the days, and praying and hoping that MJF returns. Wow.
Being asking, when's he coming back? When's he coming back? And I must say, let me start this video off by saying, when the news came out that he might be the Joker, I was like, oh, come on. Come on, Tony. This is not how you do it. Just let him come out after the main event. But the way they did it, exactly. I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all, the way they did it. Because he came out as a Joker. Or I don't even think he was the Joker. I think Stokely Hathaway was the Joker. But anyway. I don't know who was the Joker.
Well, what happened was Stokely's group, which is basically the guys he's been recruiting for months now. So they came in, attacked every participant in the casino ladder match, and which happened just before the Joker was supposed to come out. So yeah, they attacked him. Stokely got up the ladder, took down the the poker thing, the chip, took down the chip, and then the must figure, which we all know it was MJF, came out as the Joker and quickly handed it to him, and there you have it. He's got a future world title shot.
So did we? I know this is completely off topic, but did they just James Ellsworth this whole match?
What do you?
James Ellsworth took down the basically won the briefcase for Carmella.
Oh no! Don't remember me, please.
So Stokely Hathaway was James Ellsworth. Is that what happened?
Bro,
I'm not hating on the match. It's just a funny.
We don't talk about this yet, okay? We don't talk about that yet.
It's just
that was a woman's Money in the Bank,
bro.
But yeah,
the first one.
I get what you
mean.
So. Yeah, we're gonna have to scratch that from history. So yeah,
I think it was kind of obvious that it was MJF though. When he came out, it was pretty obvious. Just his body type and that it was like that. But it was still done well, I think. But my question is, does this mean that he's gonna be with Stokely Hathaway and his team going forward, or his group?
It looks like it. Because I know.
Weird combo.
But I do know that Stokely and MJF have a little bit of history from back in the day. I'm not so sure which promotion they were with, but yeah, I've seen some pictures of them before.
Maybe MLW.
And yeah, somewhere. Yeah, maybe MLW. They've got some history together. And you also added the likes of W. Morrissey, who was MJF's hired gun for the Wardlow rivalry back then.
Makes sense.
And then you got Ethan Page, who is extremely talented and wasn't shown on TV.
Has nothing to do until now. Yeah.
And you got the Gun Club, who are the most undermined tag team.
Bro, they're so good. But anyway, they're so good.
Yeah.
Is that the four of them, hey? The male.
Yeah.
The male counterparts in Stokely's situation.
There hasn't been any females announced, but if we do get some females,
but we know it's Jay Cargill and the baddies.
I think.
Is that now forgotten about?
Nah, but it is what it is. But if the baddies are involved in this,
no, they won't be involved, but they are part of Stokely's situation. I don't know what you call it. His family, his version of the Heenan family.
I think it's different, in my opinion, but hey, we'll just have to wait and see.
That's why I think you can compare it to like an old school manager, like the Heenan family, where there's different counterparts. He's doing different things. He's not one storyline. He's not involved in just one thing, which I quite like.
Oh yeah.
It's very old school.
Oh yeah. Stokely Hathaway. He's so good.
And he
He's
can do it.
Good man.
He can do it. He can really do it. So
For sure.
what are we saying? Does this match happen on a random Dynamite, or do we hold out till Full Gear?
I know it might be pushed for AEW Grand Slam or something like that, but I would definitely want to see it for like Full Gear. Like,
can we wait
say
3 months for this to happen? Can we tolerate Toxic Punk for 3 months?
Okay, scratch that, please.
Happen on
Get
Dynamite on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'll even take Rampage. I'll even take Rampage.
At least that will get some viewers.
Questionable.
Hey, it's MJF and CM Punk.
Rampage
they get
dead.
views.
Rampage is dead.
But yeah, man. But if they do decide, let's do this at Full Gear, they have to do it properly, man. They have to do it properly. Like, have MJF say the reason why Tony Khan was on his knees begging and pleading for him to return, and how much, because if you paid attention to the return, you'd see that there was a voicemail of Tony Khan saying
no extension.
You don't have to sign an extension. You can be in the Casino Battle Royal and we'll give you this amount of dollars. Like, we don't know how much MJF is getting paid. So yeah. All I know is it must have been big enough for him to return.
We do need an explanation on why Tony begged for him to come back, especially after the pipe bomb. We need some sort of explanation. Even if you do it with like Stokely Hathaway being like the negotiator in it or something along those lines, we need some sort of explanation.
Oh,
because
for sure.
You can't run with the biggest promo in the last decade and then just forget about it. You gotta run with it. You gotta run with it.
Because even the commentators didn't want to mention MJF. Well, I know they weren't supposed to because of Tony. And they had only like a few words to say. They weren't like, oh my God, MJF is back. It's MJF.
Yeah, because it was kind of like, do we want to talk about him? Do we want to hype him up kind of situation?
Yeah. And also, I did like that little Ring of Honor montage of CM Punk saying, "You stupid old man, I'm a snake. The greatest thing that the devil ever did was make you people believe that he didn't exist." That was a nice touch.
And MJF came out to what, Devils of a Symphony, I think it's called, by... Who's it by again? I saw it earlier. It's a specific song. That's what he came out to for the Casino Battle Royal. So it kind of like played in there. So I found that quite cool.
That was smart. I must actually give that song a listen.
So does MJF win when he finally cashes in his title shots?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He has to, right?
Yes, because I don't know how much longer I'm going to deal with toxic ass CM Petty. No.
Yeah, I don't know how much I can deal with it either. CM Hogan.
Or CM Hogan, as I like to call him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can tolerate it for much longer. Who does? Here's a question, because now obviously MJF has this faction of, or he's going to be side by side with this faction, not necessarily going to be his faction. Who does Punk align himself with? Because you would have to. There's 4 of them. I mean, Punk's not going to take all of them on. Every single week. You know what I'm saying?
Man, who is there for Punk to align with? That's the question.
I would say the BCC, but that won't make any sense.
Hell.
FTR.
Maybe Bryan Danielson.
I don't think it would make sense. Probably FTR.
FTR and Wardlow, because of the Pinnacle thing.
That could work, but then again, Wardlow being used in a storyline other than that doesn't include the TNT title. So I guess time will tell. Time will tell.
And then, and I know FTR are cool with Punk. We've seen,
Yeah. But who knows?
And
Maybe MJF comes out on Wednesday and says he just paid Stokely Hathaway to deal with this, and there's their business done. You know what I'm saying? That's a very possible thing.
the possibilities, man, are endless, because this is the storyline that has had many of us hooked for the last 3 months. Might I add, 3 months.
Yeah. Possibilities are truly endless. You're right. MJF just has to win it at the end. That's all I'm saying. He has to.
Yeah. And I know MJF wouldn't want to celebrate it with the fans. He would celebrate it for himself.
Oh, for sure.
I don't mind, because MJF, he can do what he wants.
Do we see the return of Shawn Spears at some point? What happened to the guy? Like, he disappeared with MJF.
Bro.
We haven't seen him since the steel cage match.
Bro.
Am I right? I don't think we saw him after that.
Yeah.
We might have saw him at the lashings. I don't know if that was before or after the steel cage, where MJF hit Wardlow.
I think it was before the steel cage.
It's possible.
But yeah. Since then, where's Shawn Spears, guys? I think if Stokely did, like, say, recruit Shawn Spears, it would make it a little bit too obvious. But
sometimes
that's
obvious
just
is good. Sometimes it's got to be obvious to make sense.
I guess so.
It would make sense.
But,
give him something to do, and he's a good character, I think. So
yeah, he's actually nice. I like Shawn Spears.
Yeah,
I like him.
Just maybe make him perfect 10 again. But anyway.
But anyways, guys, yeah, the possibilities of MJF are very endless. Like, we all want MJF to win. MJF fans want him to win. CM Punk fans want him to win. Hell, even Chicago wants him to win. How poetic is it that MJF returns in CM Punk's hometown, and Punk's hometown cheers him?
Bro, Punk's done it to himself. Punk has done it to himself. Nobody likes him right now. He's a dick. He's a doos, as Loudmouth would say. And he's just full of himself.
Oh, man. A missed opportunity for Loudmouth to be in this.
Bro,
he would be ranting
if
about
all this
Punk.
if all of this wasn't so, like, happened so quickly, we would have got him in. Sure.
For sure. Loudmouth, wherever you are, we love you, man. So, what else is there? What else? So, now that we know that MJF is possibly going to be the AEW World Champion, this group, actually, what does this stem for the group that he's got going on? With the likes of Morrissey, All Ego Page, and the Gun Club. Where does that put them in?
I don't know. I'd like to actually see them break off from MJF, because I don't think they need MJF. I think now already. I think they should run with the storyline that MJF paid Stokely. Stokely did the work. Now he's gone off and back to doing his own thing. Literally, MJF needs to run on his own. Maybe get Shawn Spears back. Him and one guy. Let MJF run it on his own. He doesn't need people to talk for him. He doesn't need people to take the spotlight from him. And I honestly think Stokely, along with W. Morrissey, along with the Gun Club, they can do some things. They can do some things on their own. Take on the BCC. That'd be good to elevate them. And I would like to see that.
Take on the JAS and kick their asses. And yeah, because I'm tired of the JAS, except for Daniel Garcia. He's cool. The BCC, even though I love the guys, but they also need something to do. Yeah, it would be actually interesting to see what this group can do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if they've got MJF, I think it's just going to hold them back for a bit.
True.
That's what I'm thinking.
I think, yeah, I know that MJF wouldn't really, like, he'll say, listen, I need you guys to do this, that, and the third for this match. but he wouldn't like depend on them a lot.
Yeah, yeah, he wouldn't. But I just think he'd take all the limelight away from what they could be.
Yeah, for sure.
And Stokely can talk for them. What's Stokely gonna do standing next to MJF? I don't want to hear Stokely when MJF is there.
That'll give me some CM Punk, Paul Heyman vibes.
Exactly.
Two good people on the mic.
Exactly.
But,
we don't need that.
Yeah.
Even,
but hey.
Even Sanjay Dutt and Jay Lethal, I feel the same way. Jay Lethal can talk. He can talk fine. Sanjay Dutt's there and he's talking for him. Not that Jay Lethal's the best talker, but
he's a good talker.
He can talk perfectly fine. Yeah. And he got Sanjay Dutt talking for him the whole time, and it's just kind of annoying. So I feel it would be the same situation.
Okay, so another question, last question. Does this mean we're gonna see a double turn? MJF go babyface, CM Punk go heel.
I don't think intentionally, but I think it's gonna happen. Face MJF could work if he's just, I don't give a shit about anybody, but I'm still getting cheered type situation. If Punk is the outright bad guy, MJF doesn't have to play the good guy character. He can play his MJF character and get over, as long as Punk is an outright bad guy. You get what I'm trying to say?
For sure, I understand. As long as the most poetic thing for this to happen is if it happens in Long Island, New York. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. That's the perfect place to get that turn.
That'll give him the biggest pop ever.
Yeah.
Seeing, because we all know Long Island hates CM Punk, and they hate him even more.
Long Island hates anybody who's not MJF.
Yeah, I know.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the damn truth.
When him and Wardlow were there, and Wardlow was getting cheered like crazy, and then they went to Long Island, and he got booed.
If they can boo Wardlow, they can boo anybody else.
And that was peak Wardlow. That was, everybody wanted Wardlow to beat the shit out of MJF. That was that time.
Bro. Man. So. But yeah, like I said, the possibilities are endless with MJF, this whole group going on. Yeah, this right now is a perfect time for MJF to come back to AEW, because the last 3 months have been chaos.
For sure.
Let's be real.
For sure.
But anyways, guys, that's it from us tonight. Let us know in the comment below, do you want MJF as World Heavyweight Champion? And are you thrilled and finally happy that MJF is back in AEW? So, it's been your boys, WrestleDrop. It's been your boys, MPKH. And if you did enjoy this video, please stomp that like button, stomp that subscribe button, and stomp on the bell icon to be notified on when your favorite Stomp Boys post their next video. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have been just too soon.